What's up, everyone? My name is Ashley Wylde, and welcome to my channel, Ashley's Wild Life. This week, and I guess last week, and kind of the last few weeks, I've sort of been struggling to pick things to talk about in my videos. And it's not like I don't know what to talk about, give me ideas. It's more like I look at this list of ideas and I just don't feel creatively motivated to attack any of them, to, set a plan and execute and make the thing happen. There's really a lot of energy that goes into a video. I feel lately like I've been low on that energy. And I haven't been low on the energy just for videos either. I haven't been writing really. I haven't been creating music or doing other kinds of art. And so I'm feeling sort of creatively stuffed up. And I thought, what better topic for a video? I have this kind of interesting relationship with creativity, and I think it comes from the way that I interpret how creativity works in my head, and the way that I interpret it, or the model that I think about it through, comes from my experience with it. So I think of creativity and motivation as two offputs from the same energy pile. In other words, if on any given day I have a lot of energy, my options appear to me as, do I want to do something creative or do I want to do something productive? And I'm using productive for lack of a better word because I definitely think it's problematic to insinuate that creativity is not productive or that productivity can never be creative. But for me, that is what keeps these two categories of things separate. Something that I would consider productive, cleaning my house. Something that I would consider creative, writing a poem. And those two things are opposed to each other only because I am drawing from the same pile of limited energy at any given moment. I could go off on a whole tangent about why I think I have so little energy because it's really been a big struggle in my life. I think, for example, I could exercise more. I've definitely been working on eating better, and I can finally say that I drink as much water as I should, but I'm not getting great sleep, and all of those things are factors into how much energy you actually feel you have at your disposal during the day. But it's kind of another topic. I wrestle with creativity because creativity nourishes me. I feel good. I feel that I have purpose when I'm being creative, but there are things that have to get done, especially in my life. The way that I've set my life up, a lot of things are harder than modern convenience because that was what I felt that I needed to do to live an authentic life. So I have so many things that I need to accomplish in order to just be able to function that sometimes I feel overwhelmed by that need, and I have a hard time choosing creativity in the face of projects left undone. I find it challenging to write or do art in a space where the dishes aren't done, in a space where there's things everywhere, especially my things that I know I can pick up and put where they go, where I don't have clean laundry, or worse, I have dirty laundry visible. These things create a space in which the order of my mind is difficult to find and then therefore difficult to harness into creativity. Especially when I was younger, it was all about bursts of inspiration. It was all about I felt the poem coming on and I sat down and the poem came out of me. And I use that language on purpose because I didn't feel like a big part in that process. And lately, I find that if I want to continue to incorporate creativity into my life, that is, if I continue to assert that I value creativity, then there's a lot more that comes from me proactively taking steps to try to be creative than just waiting for a burst of inspiration. In my experience as an adult, so many other things are on my mind at any given time. Car insurance and car loans to credit cards and credit and buying a house and working a job and retirement benefits. Creativity, I think it gets lost, or maybe it's that I'm untrained in recognizing the call. But when I sit down to actually do something, like how I'm sitting down right now to do this video, I'm gonna have a video at the end of this process. Whereas if I had just said to myself, well, I'm gonna wait until I really feel like making a video, then there wouldn't be a video this week because it's rainy and I've been tired and I have a lot going on. But I want to be able to make videos and write poems and make music and do other art too. And so I guess all of this to say, sometimes I really deeply struggle with my battle to find creativity, to make room for creativity in my life, and especially to balance keeping my life in check so that creativity is possible with not choosing productive activities so often that I never have room for creativity. It's this wild balance, and I'm learning all about it. So thanks for listening to me ramble about creativity this week. I did get some really good ideas last night, and so I'm hoping for some energy this week to film some awesome videos coming up for you. And I also got some other cool projects coming down the pipeline, so make sure that you're following me on Twitter, Instagram, and check out Box Wine and Bullshit, my other channel that I'm on, if you have an extra moment, because we're doing some cool stuff over there too. All right, y'all, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.